So this is a really surprising video for me because I never in my wildest dreams would imagine that I would actually have my SIM card in this and be using it at this point, being as the phone's 3 years old. And this is the iPhone XS Max. Now I bought the 13 Pro Max. I even have the 13 Pro. The 13 Pro, I'm using it right now. I record all my videos with it. But I got a 13 Pro Max because I wanted to try it out. Because I wanted to see what the deal was, have a bigger phone. I hadn't used one since like the 11 Pro. Well, I take that back. I had the 12 Pro Max briefly. I didn't like the size. I was too heavy, kind of bulky. Oddly enough, my wife uses it. So I had the 13 Pro Max for like 2 days. And then my son decided that he wanted it because he felt left out because he didn't have iMessage. He couldn't play iMessage games with people and he was being bullied by his friends and his brothers. Whole other story. So I had actually got this XS Max to trade in because they had a deal with AT&T where if you trade in a XS Max, I could have got the 13 Pro Max basically for free. So I paid $389. I bought this off of eBay. I got it. Basically, it's in immaculate condition. It's like 9.5 out of 10 condition. Screen was perfect. 96% battery health. It was a good phone. And I decided, well, let me go ahead and put my SIM card in and use it while I've got it because I've got like 30 days to trade it in. And I've decided I'm going to keep it. I've actually really been enjoying using it. Now, there are some trade-offs that you don't have. You don't have the Quad HD Plus resolution. You don't have the ProMotion display with 120 Hertz. You don't have 5G, and you don't have the epic battery life. But however, having been using this the last couple of days, I've got my primary SIM in it. I've been testing it out. The screen looks nice. The pictures are pretty good. It doesn't have the ultra-wide. It has the 12 megapixel primary and the 12 megapixel telephoto. I've really been enjoying using it. Even with the 60 hertz refresh rate, I do wish it had 5G because for future-proof applications, it's just not going to have access to the same signals or the speeds. But this is still a very good phone that people can use even in 2021, going into 2022. I feel like I'm basically using the same phone. It has a 6.5-inch screen. It's got 4 gigs of RAM, the A12 Bionic, but it's running the same iOS 15, and it feels the same. That's one thing I've always complained about, kind of. Complained it's also nice because basically the iPhone like 6S is still being supported by Apple and has the latest operating system. You can pick up an iPhone 6S, iPhone 7, or an iPhone 13, and it basically feels like you're using the same phone. Nothing is really changed other than you might have a button on the screen as opposed to a buttonless screen. But the brightness is nice. It works great. This call quality is good. It's very entertaining. It has stereo speakers. It has everything you could possibly want at a fraction of the cost. This one I got it used, but in amazing shape for $389, and this is the 256 model. This isn't even the 64, which is the base model storage. All you're getting with the iPhone 13 Pro base model is 128. So you can find some good deals out there, and most importantly, looking at you who still has one of these phones, if you're thinking you need to upgrade, you may not need to. So, yes, you're going to have better camera capabilities, you're going to have better battery life, you're going to have 5G, and you're going to have 120 hertz refresh rate. But to a lot of people, that doesn't matter. And what matters is having a good phone that holds up, that lasts a long time. As long as your battery health is still pretty good and you take care of it, then it's probably in good shape. You can get an abundance of supplies, or accessories. I got this official Apple silicone case for mine. I paid $12 on eBay, and I got a 2-pack of glass screen protectors for like $12. So you can get accessories cheap. The phones are very, very inexpensive, and it's still going to be good for years. If the iPhone 6S is still being supported, you've still got the 7, the 8, you got the 10, the XS. This one's like 3 or 4 years newer. So we're in 2021. This phone's 3 years old. It's going to be supported at least until 2024. So even still longer than some Android phones coming out right now, you're going to still be getting operating system and security updates. So maybe don't necessarily, if you're not interested, run down and go get a new one. Or if you're looking to get a replacement phone, if you want something that's good, you're using an older phone, you want to try out an iPhone, the iPhone XS and XS Max, more particularly the XS Max, so it has a much bigger battery. The battery life on here, better than I remembered. And maybe it's because of the operating system updates. I tested it out from sun up to sundown. I killed the battery completely. I got down to like 6%. I got over 6 hours of screen on time. So even a 3-year-old iPhone with 96% battery health, older processor, older technology, is getting the same amount of battery life basically as my Pixel 6 Pro and more than my S21 Ultra and more than my Fold 3. So Apple, as much as I get frustrated, they don't really change things. This is to the consumer's benefit if you want to get something, because if you move over from an older phone, it's the same experience. It's very easy to update. It's very easy to pick up a new one because you can use the restore with the iCloud, so you can just pop right on and your phone is exactly the way it was when you left it. It's tied into your iCloud storage, so it backs up, it saves your stuff. It's basically like you pick up one phone, you put it down, you get another one, and it runs exactly the same. So there are things in the continuity and in the slow to change ways of business that Apple does things I appreciate, as much as I get frustrated by them, because I like customization, I like the continual updates, I like the cool features and the changes that you get with Android. But for having the same old, it performs well. You can still play top-notch games on here. It looks great, and it's just a nice experience. And I actually kind of like this form factor better than the newer one. You have a slightly smaller screen, the 6.5 inch, but you can't really tell a difference. It looks great. It performs great. I like the rounded corners on it. It's not as heavy. It's more enjoyable to hold and use, and it doesn't give me as much hand fatigue, even though, there's only a small difference here. I've just been tickled with it. I think I've made it well known. I'm not a big fan of iPhones. I find them boring. I find them really, really expensive, especially because they're the first ones to go to $1,000. I've always appreciated older ones, and for the longest time, even when the iPhone 12 came out, I was still using the iPhone 8 Plus. I get just as much enjoyment out of the older ones because it's the same experience. So if you can go get something with the same experience, still very, very good battery life, still really good performance, you can still use Apple Card, you get Face ID, it's very secure, you get the Apple services, Apple TV Plus, all that crazy jazz for less than $400, and it's kind of a great deal, right? And I think so anyway. And I'm not trying to sell you one. I'm just saying I got this expecting to trade it in. I wasn't even planning on using it. Now I'm going to hang on to it because it's just a good phone and it's a very good price. And that's what I like. And that's what I like to share with you guys. Cost, benefit, value, experience. And this checks all the boxes because it feels like you're using a new iPhone. It looks like the new iPhones. It's very much on par. The screen's very good. The performance is very good. The value is definitely there. And you get long-term support. So as much as I know a lot of my subscribers don't care about iPhone stuff, because also I don't really care about iPhone stuff, I can't help but take some time to sit here and say, look, if you're looking to get one and you don't want to spend a ton of money and you want to get a good, reliable, high-quality phone, this might be a good option for you because it checks all those boxes and it's still a very nice experience. So that's all I've got in this video. Nothing too crazy. Just wanted to talk to you about this, guys, because I was just really surprised, and I think it adds a lot of value to people looking to get something and don't want to break the bank. You even look at mid-tier phones nowadays in the Android world, and they're like $500 now. And this is going to be better than a lot of them in many ways. So there's something about older iPhones. They just hold up really, really well. They're like the Harley Davidson of smartphones, right? They hold their value. They last a long time. So that's all I've got in this video. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them down in the comment section. I'll get back with you. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like and the subscribe button and the little notification bell if you want updates when new videos come out. And as always, thanks for being here. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you guys next time.